Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah. As long as you get on camera, it's all right.
I've got you on camera. Evening, Chris.
Good evening.
Linda. I can just see Linda and Chris at the minute. I can't scroll back up my screen because I'll just knock camera off.
Well done, then.
So good evening, good evening.
Hope everybody
We
is
are a
well.
little bit late because we didn't realise the parking on here was going to be as bad as it is. So
Not
yeah.
my fault.
Oh, Gemma, Joanne, Stuart, A up.
Hey, Chris, Gemma, Joanne, Stuart. Well,
Good
Karen.
evening, Karen. Oh dear, I'll tell you something. It's chilly Billy out tonight, guys. It's
It's
freezing.
not too bad.
It is. It's cold.
Evening, Amelia.
Evening, Amelia, my lovely sissy. Hello, hello. Hope you're all well. Are you ready for another interesting night? It is going to be interesting actually because this place, I think it's interesting in daytime as well as nighttime, isn't it?
We're going to come back
Clever.
here. That's another story.
Yes. We'll tell you why we're coming back here
No, I won't.
at the end.
No, I won't.
Aren't you going to tell them?
No, I'm not. They can wait.
They can
I
wait.
don't know. We'll see.
Oh, good evening, Carol, my lovely. Oh, dear. We shall start with the history in a moment.
Yeah, get your
Paula,
mates
my
up
lovely, how are
Couple
you?
minutes, some more,
How's
some more.
everybody tonight in chat? Pop that you're all okay and all is well. See, I've been to the dentist today and I've had injection and it's still not shut me up.
Unfortunately.
So, unfortunately. Okay, John, you're not asking Lindsay not to tell you, are you?
No, asking Lindsay not-
Oh, evening, Craig.
No, Lindsay never tells me. Oh, I don't know how we're coming back here.
Have you seen Wolf Moon and the lunar eclipse? I haven't, Amelia, no. Well, to Kelly, hello, my lovely. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. Thank you to everybody that shares. So, yeah, well, we are in a place where we might get a few people walking past us.
It is a public place.
And we might also get a couple of kids, I think, as we trundle on
Scratter.
down. Evening, Scrats.
I hope you're well.
Hope you're well, my lovely. Jane, good evening.
Kelly. Chasing
Kelly.
bones and spectres.
Evening, Kelly. Chasing bones and inspectors.
Inspectors, we're going to say.
Inspector, we're going to say inspectors.
You know.
Good evening, Chasing Bones, my lovely.
She never reads out. Just makes
Hope
it
you're
clearer.
well. I do read, I just miss words.
Didn't miss it, you're adding to it then.
Well, I do add my own words to it to make it a bit more of a twist. So I think we're ready for the history. So I am going to let John start with the history.
Oh, give me, put the e-cig away then. God, ooh, look at
He's
that.
normally moaning at me that I don't give him time to do the history.
Right, we are in a park. This park was opened in 1887 to commemorate the Jubilee of Queen Victoria. The park comprises of parkland as well as woodland. The park features two monuments dedicated to Queen Victoria. Near one entrance is a statue of Queen Victoria, and midway up the path is an obelisk, also in Queen Victoria's honour. The ponds in the park are old mill ponds and retain their racers that once drove a water wheel. These have been semi-blocked to achieve a waterfall effect. This was once a pre-steam industrial landscape.
Evening, Selena.
But the main event that happened here was on February the 22nd, 1944. The heavily damaged B-17 Flying Fortress aircraft called Mi Amigo was returning from a bombing mission over Denmark around 5 p.m. Engines faltering, it emerged out of low clouds and crashed in the park with the loss of all 10 crew. The pilot of Mi Amigo from the 364th Bomber Squadron based at Chelmsford, Northamptonshire, was Lieutenant John Kriegshauser, who received a posthumous US Distinguished Flying Cross for his courage in sacrificing the crew rather than hitting the children playing in the park. A grove of 10 scarlet oak trees were planted on the 30th of November 1969 to honour the crew. On the same day, a pair of memorial plaques attached to a large boulder was unveiled by the Mayor of Sheffield, Bishop of Sheffield and the Commander of the 3rd US Air Force in Britain. Tony Foles, who was one of the young boys playing in the park on that fateful evening, still tends to the memorial and has done for decades to show his respect for the airmen who gave their lives to save the children's lives, including his own. He sweeps the paths of leaves, keeps the area tidy and plants new flowers. Tony is the last remaining survivor from the park on that night and spends most of his days at the park tending to the memorial and talking to people passing by, keeping the history of the event alive.
So it's quite sad. I mean, we've spoke to Tony. We're actually coming back, aren't we, to interview Tony. And we are going to we've asked him if we can interview him while we're live, and he's not live, but you know what I mean, pre-record. So we will be pre-recording an interview with Tony. But when we actually spoke to Tony, it was so sad, weren't it? Because he actually blames himself for the crash. Because if they hadn't been there in that field, that plane would have been able to land
on the field.
But the men in the plane were waving at the boys, and the boys thought that they were waving at them, and they wasn't. They were trying to tell them to move out of the way. So instead of crashing into
the field
where it was full of children, they flew above them and went into trees. And we are going to take you down to that memorial spot. We asked Tony whether we were okay to do some investigating around that area, and he very kindly said yes. He actually does believe in paranormal, doesn't he, him and his daughter? And he said, that we were more than welcome to come back, but obviously you've got to be respectful when you're here.
I mean, last year was the 75th anniversary of this, and they did a big event here.
A flyover, didn't they?
Or flyby, whatever they want to call it.
Evening, Lorraine, my lovely.
Tony was there and he did a speech and everything. So
yeah, he did. It really is a nice bloke. So
very sad though that he blames himself for the crash.
It is, because it wasn't his fault, but I can understand why he does blame himself. So it is quite some of the history is really sad. But as we go around, I think we're going to walk on a bit because we are surrounded at the minute by roads.
Yeah, Lindsay's had to walk about 3.5 miles up the road.
That's why we're late on, because we had to walk 3.5 miles up a road. Well, I didn't. I were on my scooter. So John's had to walk 3.5 miles up the road.
So I've lost a stone or not now.
We wish. So yes, I'm going to pass you back to John, who's going to turn you around, I think, or he might keep you on us for a minute. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah.
Oh, right. No, he shouldn't blame himself. What he does, because like I say, they were playing in the field, and if they hadn't been there, as he says, the plane would have landed. Could have landed safely in the field. Whether it would or not is a different matter. Should have sat on a knee. I'll break it. Right, I'll turn you around. Let's get some light on this situation. Oh, why don't this camera? Oh, it's because it's 3 cameras, isn't it? Yep. That's why. So right, I'll turn that one off. Ooh, see, lights flickering already.
There's quite a few. I mean, we'll show them. Oh no, we're not coming back this way, are we?
No, there should another one. There is another one. Evening system.
Evening system.
Oh, just hold on a minute. I don't know. This light. Not lights flickering as I'm walking. Look. See it?
Might have to order some new lights, love.
I just have done that. It's a new one.
How is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's not very good then, is it? So yes, we're going to walk round a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to have a walk down.
Water outside. Can they see water?
Yeah, you can see the river outside of us. I mean, there's a road just up there you can see. We're going to try and get away from the road a little bit. Oh, do you know, if this light holds up.
Might have to switch them round.
Wait here then, I'll switch lights round. Do you know? That's alright. Is that somebody walking a dog?
No,
or is it just...
jogger.
Oh, it's a jogger. Just hold that a minute. What are you using? Lights similar to yours, they're LED lights. 96 LEDs. So, turn that one off. See, that's better. Swapped them. Oh, just blinding myself. It's working now. So yeah, so we're just gonna have a wonder what that were then. Your scooter. Gonna have a little bit walk further down and then get something started.
Tell you something though, it's such a
Good evening,
beautiful
Indiana.
place,
It
this.
is, it's a beautiful place.
Obviously for safety reasons, don't put on if you know where we are. And if it does get put on, can moderators please delete? 'Cause like I say, it is just safety, but it's all good. Another jogger look.
Everybody's jogging
Yeah.
through the park.
Did we come this far up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is about as far as we came up, and then we turned round another day. Evening, Peter.
Evening, Peter.
I hope you're well. It's good to hear that you're coming back.
Your fingers are like dropping off.
Your fingers.
My fingers. I think we go a bit quieter over here, don't we?
I hope
just
so.
have to be careful because it's that water.
So yeah, just going to get a bit further into the park and get something started. We just thought we'd go on because we were a little bit late, which is no new for us, really, is it? When you think about it.
No, but I can still blame you.
We're hoping Brett we're going to be on because we could say how do we keep an idiot in suspense.
This is where I have to be careful because there's no
This
barriers.
is one of the mill ponds. Used to be for the old mill water wheels that run here. There's loads on this river. I think I've investigated most of them this end now. There was Shepherd's Wheel among one and two others, weren't there, that I've done. Jerry and Zach are coming through already to you, Karen. Well, I couldn't tell you if they're relevant or not, because unfortunately I know there was 10 crew members on the plane, but I don't know the names.
Well, we can find out, we can see. We've got a couple of ladies and gents walking. It's a nice area to walk.
Yeah, just
though.
try and shine your touch
I
away.
know, I'm trying to. I just don't want to go in water on the scooter. It's not that deep, but you know where I'm like, and I don't want to take anybody's legs out. Evening. Hi.
Not relevant. The names, well, they're not relevant to the airmen. They could be relevant to something else. Like I said, was a pre-steam industrial area here with the wheels. So it could be something to do with that. Lindsay's just got to remember which way she's going. I don't think so.
Yeah, just thinking there's a bench here, so we could put some equipment on bench.
Can do. Unless you want to go in. Oh, yeah, it's alright.
We can go further down. I mean, it takes you down to the bottom of that thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'd rather not do it here.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. We have memorial benches a lot in here. Because a lot of people visit this park and have done for years. A lot of families dedicate park benches to the loved ones, which I think is quite nice. I think that's.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. She's put she's not missed alive yet. She just normally don't chat very much.
Oh, bless you, Deborah. Thank you.
Yeah, this is one of the other waterfalls that's been changed. This is where the water wheel would have been. No, that takes us back to, I don't know. Yep. So we're now going into the woods, into the wood. But you can see a bench. This bench will do to start with. And is Yvonne on? Yeah. Yvonne? Yeah then, wait here then. I thought, whoa. Alright, well there's this bench. I don't know if that one's... Well, it's going to be close. That's going to be as close to the river as what this one is.
Let me just reverse.
Right, what do you want us to use?
What would you like us to use first, my lovelies?
We know about REM podent balls.
We know REM podent balls. That's my torch there, shining there. So yeah, so Let us know, do you want necrophonic? Do you want spirit box? Do you want quantum one? Dead wave? Now, what's going to fascinate me is Wednesday night when we went out into the woods to gather winkles. My boss used to say that when leaving the office for the day. Necrophonic went first one. Gemma, we will get Dead Wave on in a bit. What's going to be interesting to see tonight is when we was out with Wenda and Helen from White Rose on Wednesday, we had these flashy balls out with us. It was raining and rain did drop in the tunnel, but not once did these balls flash. Now, I read somewhere the other day that a gentleman had put on that they chipped and they're meant to do that. Well, they're not meant. They're not chipped. They're not chipped and they're not made to do that. They have literally got to be moved. I mean, you can see John, he's banging on bench, so that one's just lit up. But it did take a bit. Hang on, let me turn this light off down a bit because they can't see. So as you can see, they are flashing, but that's because John's banging on bench. So, yeah, but you've really got to get some welly. So they're not chipped. So tonight, if these start flashing at any point, I will be very intrigued by that one. You're sensing a Bill or a Billy?
Hello?
Flashy balls. Hi one. A sad guy trying to make. Hi one. A sad guy trying to make bad for people by saying that. Probably, yeah, probably War Dog. So I'm calling out to a Bill or a Billy. Myself and John are here to communicate with you. We're not here to disrespect you or mean you any harm. We're just here to communicate to see if there is proof of the afterlife or to get proof of the afterlife and if we can contact our loved ones and people that have crossed over. So if there's anybody here with us, my name's Lindsay.
I'm John.
Could you affect one of those devices on the bench? No worries, War Dog, that's fine. Evening, Sandy, my lovely. So yeah, John's just losing everything at the minute. I will try and get a bit closer to the bench, I think, unless we're all right where we are. Would it be okay to communicate with the spirits tonight?
We'd rather stay here, so we can't get accused of, not that anybody on wood, but somebody can't say that we're that close to
well, yeah. Evening, Huntress. Hope you're well, my lovely lady. Huntress does do tarot card readings. Pardon? Does do. Does do tarot card readings. So if anybody likes the tarots, Huntress is the one to go and see. So I'm asking the spirits' energies tonight for permission to communicate with you. We're not here to frighten you or scare you. There is a couple of devices that we've put on the bench. Neither one of them will hurt you. Two of them are little flashy balls that if you go near and you can move them with your energy, they will flash to let us know that you're with us. Or there is another device in the middle which will light up blue. Is that the blue one?
Yeah. No, that's
multicoloured. Yeah. That one will light up multicoloured. Can you smell weed?
Smell cigarette smoke. Right bad.
I can just smell weed.
No, I can smell the flat pipe smoke or cigarette smoke.
Oh, it's that side. Told you people still walking at this time. I'll keep your torch ready to smack them one if they come near. So if there's any spirits here, could you communicate with us? Could you like one of those equipments, or could you use this device in John's hand? If you can use this device in John's hand, you can talk to us and you can tell us your name. It's everywhere you go, Lindsay. It's terrible in our town. Yeah, it is. I want on top of my coffee.
Yeah, 2 seconds before me to go.
Okay.
You step forward and tell us your name, please.
Do we have a Billy here? Hi, Lindsay. You have been... I have been smelling that everywhere we go, Carol. I can smell it, but I mean, I think that wild garlic smells of it too. So maybe that's
It just smelled
what
like
I could smell.
tobacco to me.
Sounds German again. I don't think there is any links to German soldiers here.
Only the airmen have been on, obviously, a raid in
Raid in
World War II.
Germany, yeah. Is there a Bill here or a William? If there is, could you step forward, please?
Well, I said Maria, though.
They say you smell what you need and weed is medicine. How many energies around us at the moment? Oh my God, was that a howl? I didn't hear any howl.
I thought I said 13 then.
I didn't hear that that owl, Joanne. Howl? Howl or owl? Heard hello. Sounded like a young boy. Evening, Maureen, my lovely. Do we have a young child here with us? We do give you permission to play with the objects that we've brought. I heard 13 as well. Evening, Steve. Morning, Steve.
That's my vape that you can see going
Yeah, after John said 13. Do you want to just hold that a minute while I just sort my coffee out and my hands?
Hey, Sarah. There's nobody there, look, I'm looking.
I don't can hear voices. Let me finish my coffee and then I'll take it back.
Can you tell me what your connection to this place is? Why are you here? Is it to do with the aircraft that came down and crashed here?
That's an airman. Oh, that's an airman.
Was it to do with the old mills that were here before?
Did you used to work here at the mills?
Whoever it is, do you know the name of the plane that crashed? Can you tell me the name of the plane?
Poison. If you're, you said 13 when we asked a question. Is 13 how old you are?
No, well, one of them.
4 with a foreign accent.
One of them's quite relevant.
Come on.
Although other two, I don't know.
Hobble, slave, and wings would be relevant. Can you tell us how many air... Oh, I'm not going to ask about airman just yet because that's further up. As long as he doesn't lose his balls, Lorraine says.
Wouldn't really matter if I did.
Are you happy that we're here to communicate with you, to give you a voice back? Here.
We'd like to hear your story. What happened to you?
Did you have... Did you have an accident in one of the mills? I'm here. Now, if only you saying I'm here, hi, or is that what you heard? Evening, Yvonne.
Evening, Yvonne.
Ten. We know that 10 is relevant here.
What's 10 relevant to?
Could you communicate with us by just touching one of those devices over there on that bench? Ted? And I'm here too. Time? Could you tell us what happened round these mills? Karen heard 10 airmen. That's a question.
What is the 10 relevant to?
What year? It was.
Do you know if there's a gentleman that comes here every day? Or nearly every day?
One ear. Oh.
Do you know him? Do you know his name?
Karen's put something that's relevant. Go back up to Karen. 10 airmen, yeah. 10 again, Steve Heard. If the 10's relevant to airmen, we need you to show us something. We need you to show us that that's what it's relevant for by using one of the other devices that we've set out for you. Or is 10 relevant for the age of the children that used to work in the mill?
If you're saying 10, could you try and light one of those balls up, please? Just to let us know that we're hearing it right. Are we hearing 10? If you need any energy, you can use some of mine. I don't know if you do use us. You can use our energy. I don't know.
That middle device, when you light that up, it will light up in different colours. No worries, Scatter, glad you're back. Joanne heard shush. Are you wanting us to be quiet?
I thought you said mad then.
We do know that there is sometimes elemental spirits within these woods from the pagan days.
If there is, can you tell us what you are?
Or could you light one of those devices up if you're an elemental spirit and not a human spirit? Bien. I know you have to trust us, and we have been here before, and we've spoke to Tony, and Tony's given us permission to come and communicate with you. Could you say Tony's name for me? What does Tony do here? What does Tony like to do when he comes here? You're gonna put spirit box on and walk up a bit further?
Can do if you want, or we can I was just getting it. I was just putting
Oh,
batteries in
getting
that
ready.
so we're ready.
Scared off. Who was scared off? Was it the elementals that were scared off?
What are you? Are you nature spirits? Are you connected to the woodland?
Trapped. Trap would be relevant. Oh. Trap would be relevant. How do the spirits see us? Do you see us as human beings, or do you see us as other spirits, as other energies? With her, or with her?
Do you understand the situation that we're living? People trying to communicate with people that have passed? Do you understand that?
Evening, Cliff, my lovely.
We'd like to know how it all works. Are you just energy? Are you in a different dimension? How does it work? Where do you go when you pass? Where does our energy go?
I can't. Sensing young adult male spirits. We
Afraid?
must have been.
Who's afraid?
Don't be scared of us. We don't mean you any harm. We in a child's voice. How many children are here? Burning dead bird. 336. Could you say very clearly whether there's 3 children here or 6 children here?
It said what? 336?
336, and then Gemma thought she heard a 5.
See, Claude, but the plane was part of the 364, so it'll be 364
Right.
squadron. So 336.
John's just saying, I don't know if you heard him, but 334 would be relevant.
No, 364 would be relevant.
364.
I think it were.
We'll double check that.
300 and something squadron they were from.
We're listening to you, or are you listening to us? Are you trying to work out whether we're good people? Much history around the brook, i.e. stream. We're just outside at Stream Cliff. Who's the lady? Who's the lady's energy that we've got with us? What's the connection to this area for the lady? What a female's voice and beat in a child's voice? Heaven. Even in Scots.
Is there a heaven?
Gibson. Was the child beaten?
Tom?
I heard Tom.
Who's Tom?
I heard Tom and William come out earlier.
Who's Tom?
Young girl found a dead body. A young girl found a dead body in the stream. How long ago is that though, Cliff? Because I don't want to go there if it's too early, if you know what I mean, if there's relatives still about.
4.
It was bright. break. 1848. Oh, that's, yeah. That's not too, but I mean, it's, yeah, you can go there to that one.
Was there a body found in the river near here, in the brook?
Was you the lady that found the body in the water?
Was it a child's body you found, or?
Ask any humans it can see. How many humans can you see?
Female.
Can you see me? Can you see my energy? 4, 4, 4. Two in background, it said. Could you say my name for me? Vanessa Hete. No. Vanessa Hete and Victoria.
Can you say my name?
Harry.
Can you say my name then? You can't say Lindsay's, can you say mine?
If you see any smoke, Lindsay, it said in a girl's voice. Ask what the device has been placed on. Do you know the name of the device that I'm sat on?
No, are they on about?
Oh, you're on about the devices for bench. Is there a Robert here with us? Or Bobby?
Can you have a walk further down?
Yeah. Bob? I do. I don't know what question I asked. Oh, I do. What's John picking up? What's John taking off that bench? Are you going to communicate with us as we go further into the woods?
Do you want Spirit Box on for a bit, or are you happy with necrophonic?
Shall we put Spirit Box on, guys, while we're walking? See if it comes through Spirit Box. We can put it on that low white noise frequency, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it on that speaker.
The child's voice is saying Bob.
I'll try it on that speaker that you've got at the minute.
Yeah. That other one's a bit big.
Well, it is, but it's amplified to the one, isn't it? So it might be better, but we'll see how loud this one is. It's quite quiet, this SB7.
So as you can see, John's just setting the SB up.
It might come on loud.
Yeah, watch it if you've got earphones on. We don't know how loud it's going to come through. Still see the road, so we're still quite close to the roadside. You might have to give me thing to hold. Give me box to hold. Can't put it near.
Put them near each other, it's feedback.
Yeah, no.
That one.
Give me that one. I'll drop there.
I'm all tangled up now. I need power pipe. Lindsay's tangled everything up. The only thing is they'll not hear it now.
You have to try and hold it like that. Hang on. And I'll just have to find the floor. Don't walk off the art, man.
That's a mobile. Do you know where we're heading to now? What we're heading towards? Do you know what happened here, where we're going now?
Could you tell us how many spirits are following us? How many energies? I didn't realise we were that close to this monument.
Didn't you?
Yep.
We are at the monument now. I will take you and show it you before we...
Them flowers must be just left there, look. What's it say? 40p. I bet you haven't got 40p on you, have you?
Probably, yeah. I don't know where you leave it.
Probably in the tray.
Right, I'm just going to take you and show you this monument. They have put a flagpole up. And obviously there's all the flowers for the airmen. And this is what Tony comes and looks after. And there we go. There's the names. Oh yeah, this is the memorial for the airmen. I don't think there's anything else up here. This is where they actually crashed, and you can't really see, but that's the field. Oops, over there, or that way, is the field where they did try and land, or was going to land, but obviously there was children playing on the field. So they came, maybe he tried to get across the top of these trees and just didn't make it. Just gonna have a look on this. And there, if I turn that down a bit, is a picture. Oop. Can't really see it. Picture of the actual plane. And there's a crash site. And there you go. In memory of the brave crew of mi amigo.
Everybody
Hashtag
could hashtag
Tony's 10. Yeah, everybody hashtag Tony's 10. Well, thank you, Scotty. He's got some of the photographs to upload after.
Oh, fabulous. Thank you, Scots.
Want to?
That's not very loud, but it's saying something.
Well, I might
It's not
have.
loud enough to,
I'll swap the speakers over. So other ones amplify.
Thanks, Chris, my lovely. But yeah, we are going to leave 40 pence. I'm not going to take any flowers. I'm just going to leave him 40 pence in pot. Thanks, Karen, my love. But yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful memorial that is done. Thank you, Yvonne. Thanks, Steve. really sad to think that the kids were just playing. Just, what, 100 yards? About 100 yards from where I'm pointing now. There's a big playing field, and that's where they'd come. And the reason why they'd come was because Tony had arranged to have a fight with another boy from a different school, and they'd come down here to have a fight. So you could imagine that the guy, and that's one of the reasons Tony does feel guilty, because if he hadn't picked a fight with that boy, then they would not
Well, we
that
don't know.
group of no, but the group of children may not have been
Yeah,
on.
we
But
still
you
don't
can't
know.
say
We still don't know if
again.
the
You
plane-
can't say anything because there still could have been people on that field. If it hadn't have been Tony, there could have been other kids on there.
Well, it's not that. We still don't know if the plane.
Evening, Marty.
We still don't know if they survived the crash anyway.
Yeah, they did. They thought that they were waving. No, we couldn't, John. But yeah, even thought that they were waving. Now somebody has seen an airman, an airman. You can't see it bit at stream. I think it's there, and he has been seen to be walking in the stream. And Tony comes to communicate with them, like I said, really, really often. And I'm going to face you that way in case we see anything coming up. And Tony has given his permission to come, and let's see if we can get Tony some good evidence that he can we can show him.
Are any of the airmen here from the Mi Amigo plane?
My name's Lindsay.
I'm John. You mean you know homo disrespect? I'm just here to communicate with you. Find your story and find what happened on that fateful day.
The children thought that you was waving at them. They didn't realise that the plane was coming down. Thank you, Louise. They didn't realise that the plane was in trouble. Picking up number 38. Is 38 a relevant number to you? Do you want to put your flashy balls on that step? Just pop that on there. We're going to put some devices down on the floor. And these devices are just so we can communicate with you. And so you can communicate back with us. This speaker will give you a voice. Evening, Mystery. This speaker will give you a voice. But these devices that we're putting down, you'll be able to interact with them. The one that John's put down now just lights up. It is just an EMF meter reading, which is said that we can communicate with spirit through it. We can sense spirit through the EMF. Those flashy balls are just little cat balls that we use. And if you could light them up to let us know that you're here, that would be absolutely amazing. Or you can trigger the EMF meter off. Could you tell us how many men lost their lives on that plane? If I count, when I hit the number, could you light those balls up for the correct number? 38 was part of the number on the plane. Really, Cliff? Thank you. So I'm going to count. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 'Do you not have the energy to light those devices up? It will lose focus because it does try and focus on the blue light. So, and that mist you're seeing is my vape. But yeah, so the camera's going to lose focus every so often because it will focus on what it sees, and at the minute it's picking that blue light up.
If any of the airmen are here, could you tell me how many missions you were supposed to fly on this tour? And how many you did actually fly? There was a certain amount of missions that you were supposed to fly on this tour that you were on. Can you tell me that number first, please?
Do your energies still come back to visit this place? Could you show yourself to us by a light? Could you walk down those steps towards those devices at the bottom and show yourself as a light anomaly? Do you speak to Tony? Because Tony says that you talk to him when he comes.
Do you know who Tony was? Where was Tony on that night when this plane crashed?
See, I can hear things coming out, but it's very, very quiet what's coming out.
It's because of what it's on. You come out clear on the other one, but you don't like that white noise.
Shall I put white noise on? The white rock area under the fence looks like a face with a big moustache. Oh yeah. Looks like Hitler. Don't tell him that. How many airmen died in the crash? Could you tell me the name of the pilots? Were it Thomas?
No.
What was the name of the pilot? Do you know his oh yeah. Was one of the pilots named John? Could you go towards one of those devices on the floor, please, and just light them up? Just light one up, just to show me that you're with us and that you're here. And that Tony does really feel you're around him. It's really nice to show Tony that you are here, that you do come and visit. You're no longer trapped in that airplane. Your energies are free. Want to try quantum?
Yeah.
See if we can get out coming clearer on quantum, and once we've got that connection going, if we can get that connection going, is the surname Brand or Brandon relevant as I keep picking that up? All right.
10 for the 10 blocks, so I only know pilots' names. I don't know any other names.
Right. We don't know. We only know pilot's name.
They're all on.
Free and laugh at me that then.
They're all on. What's his name?
Brandon or Brand. Cheers, Scots. Trying to balance my torch. Because a runner's just scared me. He ran after me. Oh, sugar. He ran up to me. There's not one at airmen. If there's a brand or a Brandon relevant, Scotty has all 10 names. Lovely, brilliant. Could you please try and communicate with us for Tony? When we switch this device on, could you tell us how many years Tony's been coming here and talking to you? It's going to need some energy to switch one of those devices on the floor, but I know you've got the energy to do so. What happened here was awful. It was an horrendous accident that happened. Was it caused? I'm sensing overpowering heat. Yeah, Peter, I can relate to that one. What caused the plane to come down? Did one of the engines fail? Put that on top of this one if you want.
That's all right.
Calling out to the spirit energies that are here. Of the 10 pilots. We can hear you talk through this device. What happened when the plane came down? Could be to do with the mill though. Yeah, it could be, Chris. It had protections.
She's in protection.
What year did the plane come down? What year was it when the plane crashed?
Let's turn it off for now.
Could you tell me the first names of the pilots that died in the plane? Joanne heard pass. The children that was playing on that field. thought that you were just waving to them.
Why?
They didn't realize. They didn't realize.
They didn't understand. They were only children. They're only like 8 to 10-year-old.
And Tony is the last surviving one who was on that field on that tragic day. Harry or Henry.
Do you know his name, the gentleman that comes here every day? Or nearly every day? Do you know his name?
Walk.
What's his name?
Does Harry or Henry have anything to do with this area?
Hello?
We know you're war heroes. You also didn't land that plane because you didn't want to. You knew what had happened if you landed in that field. Information. Is there information you're wanting from myself or John? That's a friendship. Do you like the memorial that Tony's done? That Tony comes nearly every other day? Could you walk down those steps to them devices down there on the floor at the bottom of the step next to us?
Is this the exact spot that the plane crashed?
Henry, are you here with us? Are you next to us? Or Harry? Is it you that's here? Henry's relevant. Henry, could you like one of those devices up over there on the bottom of that step? It'll only need a little bit of energy. Henry, was you one of the pilots? Was you one of the soldiers coming back on that plane? Last year, in memorial to you 10 gentlemen, they did a special flyover because it's been 75 years since you've passed. Harry is relevant too. Henry and Harry are both relevant. Karen picked up on them names. See if they'll speak to you. Might not speak to a lady. Don't worry, I heard.
Are any of the airmen still here? Still at this site where your plane crashed? you tell me the name of the plane?
I just heard blue ship. I don't know if that's relevant. Do you have the energy to light those devices up for us, please? Didn't someone mention blue earlier? I'm not sure, Scotty. What happened to the plane? What went wrong on the plane for it to come down? Do you want to check them up into thing
I've just took
itself?
'em,
No, I
haven't I?
mean, and see if you can pick anything up. No. If you want us to go from, if you want us to move on and you don't want to communicate, I need you to light that device up on the floor. There's been lots of other incidents that have happened in these woods, in this area. Could you tell me Tony's last name? That's just some answer question.
It's like a bit distorted, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't understand why.
Sounds like laboured breathing coming through. We've got people in our chat because we are we're filming this live, and we've got people that can feel and are getting the sensation of a burning feeling. We've got ladies in chat that are picking up names. We have a Henry. We have a Harry. A John. We also have an Edward.
Tell me if they're all names of people that was on the plane.
Six. It's my vape, guys. They got stuck in the... What did you get stuck in? Hi, stranger. To the spirit energy that's just come through and said that you were stuck in. What was you stuck in? Is Alex relevant? This device in John's hand, you can use this to speak to us. We will be able to hear your voices. A man called John Henry. What regiment was you in the army? Air Force, sorry. Redemption.
What number mission were you on?
Are you looking for redemption? many energies are here around me and John right now? If the lady's energy or the little boy's energy is still here, could you come through one of these devices? Do the airmen protect this area? Search in a deep voice. Why in a child's voice? It is John. John, are you here? Sarcasm heard. I'm going to take energy. John, could you come through and communicate with us? This man in a woman's voice. Are you talking about John with this man? Are you wanting to talk to John? Evening, love my family. I heard, who is this man? John was one of the pilots on the plane. Want to swap for a bit? You take camera. You can ask some questions then.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me what squadron the airmen were from? What month? What month did the aircraft come down and crash?
Love my family, it was immediate. So did they die on impact? Could you tell us the name of the plane that came down? Man and woman having a proper conversation. We're going to be walking on in a bit. We're going to be walking down.
Blue Squadron? Was it Blue Squadron?
That's twice now that blue's come out.
I know it is a number. What was the code for it? Blue Squadron? There's something 10 in a woman's voice. There was 10 airmen on that plane. Is that correct?
Was the lady who was trying to come through, were you connected to the airmen?
I had December 11th then. It's not relevant to air crash, but I don't know if it's relevant to anything else.
I'm okay.
Who's okay? Who just said I'm okay?
I'm asking the lady, are you okay? It's a Tuesday. I'm perfect, Yvonne Erd. Do you see them? Do you see us? If you see us, do you know what we're doing?
You see the number 14, Peter?
Do you know why myself and John are here? Thought I had talk summit. My dad's birthday, December 11th, he's in spirit but not connected in any way to your email. Could be relevant though. Do you come back in visitation to this area?
Why do you come back to this area?
Has the lady's energy, have you got enough energy to light one of those devices up, please? Did you go through the light? When you crossed over, did you go through a light? Where is lady's voice? What are you here for? What are you looking for?
Try
We
something
had
else.
to crawl. What, love?
Try something else.
Yeah?
Try dead wave.
Gonna try a different device now. Thought that said come here day to day. Lest we forget. I'm gonna move those devices off the floor. Female spirit looking for her son. We shall see on next device if we can pick up on that lady. What damage was caused to the plane? Is that a question that, Chris? I think the plane just blew up on impact. I got that it was the mom. Chris, it was ripped in half. What we're trying now, babe? Dead wave. Pilot first, Lieutenant Kriegenhauser. Aircraft was badly damaged by the attacking fighters. The bombs were released harmlessly over the North Sea as the B-17 limped back towards base in Northamptonshire. Try and communicate with them and remember them. Yep. Poor Tony, bless him, carrying all that guilt. I know, Yvonne. He's so sad. And you know, when we speak to him, he's such a lovely fella. Just setting dead wave up, guys. We've got another device here for you to try and communicate with us through. This one might be able to be a little easier. Is there a lady's energy here that's trying to connect with us? And are you looking for your son? Is there a lady here looking for her son? Lieutenant John, are you here? What year did the plane come down in? Yes, please, if you could tell me the year the plane come down. Why couldn't you land in the field where you were planning to land? Why couldn't you land in the field? I know, Joanne, so do we. I will do, Deborah. The year 1923? 1923 relevant?
No, not to this anyway. It's probably relevant to something.
Is there a lady looking for her son called Bobby? Can the spirit energies round us, can you see us? Could you tell me the name of this park? Could you tell me the name of where we are? Disembodiment is a hard lesson for the soul. Being lost is not an easy path back to the light. You guys are actually helping these poor souls, thanks. Oh, bless stranger, thank you.
Do you know why we're here?
That male voice does sound like it's a talking German. Evening, John. Hope you're well, my lovely. Did you just get me oil like that?
Is it?
Could you answer John's question? Do you know why we're here?
Europe has come out.
Europe's come out of the ovulus.
Is it in your bag?
No, you put it loose, you said. Thank you. They were on a mission to Europe. Well, Europe's just come through on ovulus. Love my family, John. John, we're here to... Oh, sorry, love.
It's all right.
Go on.
No, it's all right. You can.
John, we're just here to communicate with you and the other 9 pilots. What you did was an amazing thing. Not landing, you saved all those children's lives, but unfortunately took your own. Multiple Johns. How many pilots was there by the name of John? Please speak clearly for me. How many pilots were called John? Using headphones here, but still difficult to hear without audio distortions. Can we change audio distortion on this, or is it a set one?
No, change it. What do you want on it?
Just change it so it's not as distorted. Three. In 1942 or 3 sufficient. Scotty, were there 3 Johns on that plane? Two Johns. Was one of the Johns on that plane Scottish? Is that better, stranger, for you?
Well, one John what?
She's just asked if one at John's was the Scottish.
Oh, they're all American.
They were all American. Karen. Transparent, Spirit. Yep, 2 Johns. John, could you tell me your last name? I have to come and take camera a minute, babes.
In a minute.
You've just said here, thank you for communicating with us. Score. And you'll have to ask some questions, baby. You reading chat?
Where was the mission? Where was you coming back from?
That said fly.
Yeah. Where were you flying back from? Where had you just been?
Blue again.
Where were you heading? Where were you trying to get to?
So no.
Where were you trying to fly to? What happened to the engine?
Selena had failed.
Northampton, love my family here.
That battery's not charged, that I've just changed.
If it was the first one closest, it's one I just took out.
That's what it is then.
What happened to the engines? Why did they fail? Was it a mechanical problem? Had they been shot? Had you been shot? Or they had the plane? Is Harry or Henry talking now?
How many bombs did you drop in the war? How many bombs did you drop on your mission?
Loads 10. 2. Loads.
Was you flying back home?
What plane were you flying? What make of plane was it?
Crowded. So I heard it's a crowded then. One, two, three. There was 3 plane. They had a large load. Had you dropped all your bombs when you was flying back home? Two. What happened to the plane?
Crash.
You what, babes?
It said crash.
Did you hear crash?
Yeah. Just after you said what happened to the plane, it said crash.
Why did the plane crash? What had happened to the plane?
Keep saying 2.
Yeah. What's 2 relevant for? Why is 2 relevant?
Two's relevant, I think, to the date. If I'm right, I might be wrong. But it
Two
were
planes irrelevant. Mi amigo was forced to split from the formation to do its damage, so the leader assigned a plane to nurse it home. So there was two planes. Wings stalled. Report right back. And Tom. So we know there was two planes. So that answers the relevance of the two. You know that you don't have to stay here. You know that you can move on from this place. And just come in visitation when you want to come. There was a fire on board the plane. The nursing plane lost at Mi Amigo and never found it again, even after searching.
someday.
Someday you can move on.
There's only one airman that's ever been seen, an apparition of him. Which airman is it?
Save us, Carol Hurd. If you're here with us, you have family waiting for you. And if you light one of those devices up, your family will be able to find you. Or if there's family of the airmen here, if you come looking for your loved ones, if you light those devices up over there on the floor, then they'll be able to see you. They'll be able to find you.
Do you like the fact that we come here to try and give you a voice? If you do, could you try and light one of the objects up that are on the step?
It's like sentences, but hard to decipher clearly. Yeah, we're going to listen back when we go back. Guilt's being picked up by Joanne and Billy.
Why do you feel guilty? You have nothing to feel guilty for. Nobody does. It was an accident.
Or are they speaking about Tony?
Are you talking about Tony? And Tony feeling guilty?
Ma'am, it's lost, Lack and John.
You don't blame Tony though, do you?
We're going to be moving on in a moment. We're going to be moving further round. Are you going to keep communicating with us as we walk round?
John.
That's two Johns come through then.
Is John the airman that's seen the apparition?
Mitchell.
Hold on, I'll go and pick stuff up.
All right, my love. Go on, see if you've got 40 pence or a pound in change and just drop it into flowers.
There's a water at the bottom of there.
Just leave it under that paper because he'll be able to see it. Warwick, you're welcome. Gonna leave Tony some money. Why is Bishop relevant? I'd like to thank you for communicating here with us. You're welcome to follow us and to come with us further round. The parts of the wreck are in the American Museum in the UK or in the American Air Museum in the UK. AJV, ask your guides to help them return to the light. We don't normally return them to the light. What we do is if they can tell us what they need, then we normally help them because we don't know whether the light is a good thing or a bad thing. What I will do is I will ask our guides to help them in any way that they can. Brothers. Me and John are asking our spirit guides that are with us and our other protectors that are here with us, if you could help these airmen get to where they need to go.
Use your torch and see if you can make sure I picked everything up off Ben.
Yeah, baby.
No,
We got everything.
I think so. We are going to move round a bit further now into the wood. Are you going to come with us? You're looking for your brother? There is a list of the airmen. And there is a picture of the airmen. Now we'll follow it around, I think. Yeah. Frank? There's a gentleman named Frank here. Do you know what date the plane crashed on? Can you remember the date? Or the month?
How many energies are following us?
Well, the air crash wasn't on May the 10th, but something may have happened on a May the 10th here. What happened on May the 10th? Can you tell us? Dead. Who died? Can you tell us the name of the person that died? Yeah, take the camera. It's not. Let's see, you were stuck on that. Yeah. Pick that up. Cheers. Come on. Yeah, she's okay. She's got stuck on a. What? I did. One. One what? One girl. Who's the little girl? Hey. There were 3 mortally wounded. Yeah, see, that was that tree.
Any spirits here connected to this tree? Go around to the monument?
Yeah.
You keep talking.
Yeah, I think it's either a sewer or something. A hatch that's at the side, or wire, electrical cables or something. I don't know. What other tree? Oh yeah. Well, I ain't going up there tonight. Which tree? Yeah. Exactly. Exactly which tree. Do you know the name of this park? Or the name of the city this park's in? Westwood. I don't know if that's relevant or not. We're walking round now to a monument. It was for a queen on her jubilee. You tell me the name of that queen? We do in a minute. It's another wheel that we're here. Yep. Somewhere around here we're another wheel. Another mill. Yeah, it is quite noisy here, what with River. You are well known. We'll put... Where? I'll sit here for a minute if you want. Huh? Well, it's not any muddier than it were on that part. Just be careful because I don't know what's under. You want to talk camera a minute while I...
Yeah.
The spirit box and that back on.
So what are you guys thinking to this place tonight? We know it's got the sad history, but what do you think? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, my lovelies, if you're enjoying what you're seeing. And subscribe to us if you haven't already. Sensing it's a father-son looking for each other. Tribute, brilliant guys, well done. Much energy there. Water flows close by. Yeah, there's a stream that runs directly across the bottom, and then there's two big like ponds where the old mills used to be. So yeah, so there would be history to the mill. So a very active location. It is. I don't think we've had that much activity as such, but I would say that again, it's on the night, isn't it? We just have to go with the flow. Oh. If there's any spirit energies here with us, keeping lots of American accents, yeah? American accents would be relevant because it was 10 American airmen that died. It was an American. Calling out to the spirits that are here with us. Could you step forward and tell me your name?
Destination.
Could you tell me where you was heading towards? Or if there's a father and son here? I heard destination.
What destination are we talking about?
Could you tell us your destination? Love my family. My uncle worked for the American Air Force, and so do my cousins. Salutes all round to him, my love. Evening, Helen. Yeah, there's been quite a few accents coming through. Could you tell us the name of the place where we are? Or the name of the statue that we're going to see? Yeah. We have Mather. We have put some devices down for you.
You try to take one of those objects on the tree, on that bench there, that log. Try to take one of them, try and move one of them, touch them.
You have the energy. Hope you're all right, Helen, my love. Even this, Joanne heard.
Can you tell us your name? Don't come here to disrespect you in any way.
What's this area relevant for? What's the history? What's the Isabel? Isabel, if you're here with us, could you affect one of those devices?
What was this park built for?
Please be cautious by anything that moves by force. Yeah, we will do, stranger, my love. My name, Isabel, has died this week. Really, Joanne? If we have Isabel here with us, are you trying to connect with somebody that we know? Isabel, if you're here, are you trying to connect with somebody that we know? Could you light one of those devices up for us to let us know that your energy's around us? All you have to do is just do that, what John's doing.
None of them will hurt you. Just there to let us know that you're here and want to communicate with us. You can use them to communicate with. If you light one of the two balls up, we can say one's for yes and one's for no. Can you light one up that would mean yes?
Vapor. Do we have a Christopher here with us?
Pushing it like a gun.
I heard vapor. Do you have
Come
it?
and sit on this tree. Are you going to come and sit next to me and try and move one of these devices? No, hold on. I'll sit here. You sit there and try and move one of those.
Do you affect one of those devices next to John by sitting next to him? We're just here to communicate, to see if we can communicate with the spirits that have crossed over or the energies that are around us. We come with positivity and love. We don't engage with the negative energies. So if you have the energy to affect these devices that we're using, that's all we're asking you to do. I'm not demanding that you do it, but it would be lovely if you could show us that you are here by lighting one of those devices up.
You see that light in the tree?
Which one?
Yeah. See it?
No. Where am I looking?
There.
Looks like might be a reflection.
Let's have a look.
John's just having a walk up there because he keeps seeing a flashing light. It's a reflection.
There's a post with like a...
It's an owl cat, John. John says it's an owl cat.
There's a little post there and it's got like...
Do you want to shove your balls in my basket and we'll go around to... And again, another night where we've had no activity on the balls. Forrester or Forster. Again, no activity on the balls. It is windy. So again, to me, that's validation in itself because the balls aren't going off. Which I think it's brilliant when they do go off. You got it?
Yeah. We have, not tonight. No. So have you got footage of interaction with balls? We have, but not tonight.
Yeah.
We're going round to a statue now, a memorial statue. It was built for a queen. Can you tell me what queen and why the memorial was built? Do you know? I don't know what that is. That bit there. Yeah, but that's a
writing on it.
statue.
Said you like that bit.
Alright, so. Tell me who that statue is. Who's that statue? That building there, the old pavilion, that's a grade 2 listed building. Fortunately, there's not much we don't know any history about it. It is grade 2 listed. God. Really? Must have turned the light up a bit. It's like pitch black.
Do we still have the M and here with us?
Who said God?
Tell us your name, please.
Hmm? Yeah?
Can see the field.
Oh, cool. Chris, if we see a bandstand, it used to be at Summer House.
I think bandstand's further round on Park.
I don't know, I can't remember.
I don't think. Oh, bandstand. I think bandstand might have been put now.
That's okay, love my family. It's not a problem. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the writing on that monument. No, stranger. It's a park. And 1944, bomber was travelling back from Denmark back to its in Northampton, and they had problems with it with their US bomber. They had problems with the engines, and they saw this field. Thought they'd try and land in it because, well, they were gonna come down anyway. But there were children playing in the park. So where we were is just over back where the trees are, and they saw the children playing in the park.
See, cafes there, and I think that's where bandstand were.
So they decided not to try and land there in case they hurt any of the children. Crashed in the woods, and all of them died. Right, there you go there.
I'm just trying to dim this bloody light. Not dimmed it enough. Just give me a sec, my lovelies. That'll do for now. That'll do. So, it's been an interesting night, I think.
It's been quiet, I think.
Yeah, I think it's been a quiet night. I think we've had a few little bits and pieces coming through. It is a place where we will be coming back to investigate. Well, I know we're definitely coming back to investigate, but aren't we?
Yeah.
And like I say, we are coming to meet up with Tony and interview Tony. But I think for now, my lovelies, we are going to call it a night. I've got wire attached to you. All right. We are going to call it a night. Thank you. It was meaningful. Yeah, Deborah, I think it was meaningful too. Keep getting chick sands where some of them are based. Oh, where? Hang on. Keep getting chick sands
where some of them based there. Don't know. I'm not sure. Cliff or Scotty will be able to.
That'll be awesome. It will, Peter. I think there's a lot more to get from this park
Yeah, I
in
think
future.
there is.
I do. I think at minute. I mean, I think they trust Tony. Maybe Tony will come out on an investigation with us one evening. We shall see when we speak to him soon, aren't we? So yeah, I'm into audio. If you require any help in that area, you're welcome.
Thank you, stranger.
Stranger, if any time you pick anything up and you want to share it, please do so. You're welcome to do what you want. It's a family. We call it a family. It's a family-run channel, as we call it. We go out investigating while you guys are our paranormal investigators at home in the comfort of your own homes. And some of you have asked to come along with us, and we are making arrangements for that to happen.
Yep.
So yeah, but it's everybody's. We do this for everybody. We don't just do it for us. We do it for you guys.
Do it for you guys.
Oh my god, I can't believe I actually said that. Hashtag Tony's Tens, that's it. That's what we need to hashtag. Hashtag Tony's Tens, because that's what's actually written on the bench in honour of Tony himself. So yeah, you do it for us, guys. I think that Tony would be emotional for Tony, and he might find the peace he needs. He could do, Peter, I agree. I think he will find peace. We are a big family, Ellen. We are. Not sure what's happening tomorrow night, my lovelies, because the weather is forecast rain. The last time I looked, I know. Thank you, love my family. We're going to put that. We're going to put the hashtag in the comments. So yeah, don't know whether we might have a night in shed.
Yeah, might do something.
Might do something in shed tomorrow night. And see if we can get the equipment up and running. I have got the pendulum that we can try and shed. We've also got the new one you've got with your pedals and stuff.
Yeah, we've got
new spirit portal to try. So I think tonight, guys, depending on weather, we might end up in shed. It is a bit nippy out tonight, so luckily I'm all bundled up. But yeah, that'll be good. Thanks, Chris, my lovely. So, right, my lovelies. We've got our non-haunted dolls, Lucifer.
There's non-haunted doll.
As non-haunted doll, Lucifer. So yeah, so look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, my lovelies. I'm going to say 8 o'clock tomorrow for us live. But yeah, always add half an hour on. I'm waiting for my pick to come. Which one, Peter? Pico. Oh, bless. But yeah, so we shall see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Take care,
so
guys.
Take care, my lovelies.
To all our mods.
And yes, thank you.
Come on, you can name them.
Oh my
it's
god.
Your turn tonight.
Carol, Joanne, Claire, Kimmer, Gemma, Janet, Cliff, Scotty, Chris, Michael.
Michael's never on.
Don't matter, he's a mod. So thank you to you guys for your time, and thank you to everybody else for
thank you to all you guys
spending
for
your time with
Michael.
us. Yeah, except Michael, he's not here. But yeah, thank you for spending your night with us, and we look forward, which is 8:30. It's not 8 o'clock in my book, is 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock in John's book is 8:30.
No.
Yes.
No, we always set 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and then you end up putting 8 or 7:30 on it online. And then I'm getting ready for 8:30, and you say, no, I've told them we're going to be online for 8.
Paranologies. Have I said that right? Good night, God bless, and see you all soon. Exactly. So, yes.
What's that, paranology? Oh, sorry, guy.
That's it. You just poke your fingers.
Paranology, good night.
And God bless.
Oh, I thought it was.
So it's another word for family.
No, I
think you need lots more mods. I think you need lots more mods. LOL, love hearing you name them. Oh my dear. Yes, so have a fab evening. And I might go on YouTube later on and flit around some channels if anybody's on or going live or already live. I will have a look. But yeah, so take care, everybody. Sweet dreams.
Yeah.
Scotty will share history on the group page about
night,
tonight.
Penny. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Penny, my lovely. Sweet night, sweet dreams. Yeah, and we'll catch you all later.
Yep.
Take
have a
care.
good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you
night.
soon.
God bless.
Night.
Take care.
God bless. I never